There's the skid loader. I just undid all the straps here. So I'm gonna go get it loaded. It's getting hot. See right there? There's damage to the tile from the string. It happens when it gets warm like this. The tile, especially the black tile, there's also white tile. The black tile really starts to melt. Well, melt. It gets soft, basically. Let's put it that way. This is some lumpy dirt. Man, oh man. They really brought the clay up. That's going to be tough to work down. Wow. You can see they've done a whole bunch of this farm. This should be the last load I bring here. But yeah, wow, there's some massive, whoo, that's sticky stuff. Red lumps there. There's a bunch of different types of tile I bring up. This is 4-inch filter. That means it's got the sock on it. It's perforated tile. See the holes there? but it's used in sandy soil where the sand would go through the perforations and fill the tile. So that's 4-inch. And then this is main pipe, so it's still perforated. Still got the little slits in it to allow water inside, but I think it's 8 inches big. And this is the rolls I just brought. They're exactly the same as that 4-inch filter, but obviously no cover or sock. Yeah. That's the cheap yes. I'm surprised to leave it sitting out here. That feels expensive. Maybe not. This thing closes, not closes, but you saw those big lumps earlier there. Well, you gotta beat those down somehow. So they go along with this thing on the front of the Massey and push it all closed. And yeah, that's their last roll of 4-inch regular. So they were just about out on the tile plow there. Not sure what that is. Is that fertilizer they're waiting to spread, maybe? The white stuff? That roll back there, that is 6-inch. So you might have thought, oh, they're not out yet, but that's a totally different tile. On all those sizes of tile, you can get them all filtered. You can get them in, at least some of them you can get in black and white. And car going by. I feel like a goober holding this thing. Anyway. Sunlight. There we go. You can get them in all different sizes, so 4 to 12-inch rolls. And you can have them solid, so no water can get in. You'd use that to go past a tree line or something. Or the perforated is a more common one. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is so many birds in this field. They've pecked it clean in spots. They're just going to town. That field's gonna be like a loss. Highway 17. I think if I turned right here, I'd be on sound in 45 minutes. Something like that. Wow, I didn't even have to wait. It's usually a pretty long wait there. Or it has been at times anyway. It's about 7:45 on June 10. 7:45 p.m. See the sun's behind me. It's been cloudy most of the day actually, but the sun's breaking through and giving me that beautiful shot. Ha! Yeah. Bavarian Inn Hotel and Restaurant. I wonder if they have schnitzel. Boy, I need to visit Germany. That makes me think of, went to a restaurant on top of a mountain. Well, yeah, I guess you'd call it a mountain. Large hill. And there was a restaurant up there near some ancient ruins. There was some kind of amphitheater up there, and then some sort of monastery further up the hill that we walked up to. That was all cool, but the food at the restaurant, oh man, tasty. They only had select dishes. You only had so many things to choose from. One of them being wild boar was what they were kind of famous for. Because I guess there's wild boar in the woods up in that mountain there in the area. And that's kind of what gave that restaurant its name. Man, I'm getting hungry. Anyway, at that restaurant I had some amazing schnitzel. Oh, what town is this? Is this Desbarats? Probably. Deborah. Why do I keep saying Desbarats? Because that's how it's spelled. But I've heard numerous people say Deborah, so I guess I will too. People from up here, not back home. As you saw, I just delivered the third and final load to that particular farm. Next, I think I'm actually going to be going to the farm where the birds are eating the crop. There's supposed to be 1 or 2 loads going there. A whole bunch of people fishing on the water there. Yeah, 1 or 2 more loads in that area, and then supposedly I'm going just a little further west and then south to St. Joseph Island. It's another cool spot that you'll get to see. We're almost in Mennonite country now. Yeah, we are actually. To my left, up on the next road, there's a whole bunch of Mennonites, but we'll see some Mennonite farms population 600 people. Ooh. It's actually, yeah, it's a nice town. I've delivered tile. Wow, English is my second language, so that's my excuse. They got a bunch of little shops and stuff in here, including a nugget food store. I really hope they only sell nuggets. That would be awesome. But I don't think that would be a sustainable business model. I don't live close enough, so it wouldn't work for them. Oh, there's a Bavarian Inn. Yeah, there's some kind of old looking buildings. I don't know. This next road here, if I were to turn left, I've delivered tile up there. You go like 5 miles north and then 5 miles east down a tiny little road, and I have to unload on the road and then turn around by using every bit of the ditch. Fortunately, it was a flat ditch. Back in off the road, and I had to use the entire ditch. The driveway had shrubs on either side of it, which was my restriction. So I had to use the whole ditch, just barely miss those shrubs, and then I could make it in. I had to back in the laneway a little ways, and then stay to my left, as close to the shrub as I could, turn right, and I could just make the turnaround. Yeah, I have this camera mount thingy now for my phone. Had a few people give me some odd looks when I was standing outside holding the thing, but that's okay. They can think what they want. Just passing off on the left, which you obviously can't see. There's some big mine. Yeah, it's a big mining operation in there. You can see it from the highway, but not without turning the boat. Which would kind of defeat the purpose of having it hands-free in the mount there. way more aggravating. So many people that have four wheels in the way. Which they all have somewhere to go, but boy oh boy. And it can be frustrating. It's kind of an odd shaped house on the left there. And an interesting color scheme. I'll have to see a purple roof. Sun's getting closer to going down. Oh boy. Dig up the road to make it rougher, I guess. Actually made it. Just pulled the park brake. I pulled into Nairn Center, the truck stop here, at 9:59.75, or maybe 10:02. We'll go with 9:59. Anyway, close enough. Good day. Pretty much just loaded in Thorndale, drove north to Deborah. Yes. Unloaded and back to Nairn Center. 1,060 kilometers done again. Yeah. Man, this thing is just racking up the miles. Since April 27, we did an oil change on it. And I've put 20, so that was, oh shoot, 32,000. I'm at 58, so 52. I put 26,000 kilometers on it, and it's June 10. So that's not shabby. We've been going pretty good. Anywho, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.